If you are bored at home, sitting in the middle of the night with a pair of scissors in your hand, ready to cut off those bangs, stop. Watch this video before you actually make the cut. I'll look around. Hello friends, I'm Jangushini and I personally find bangs look really cool and extremely charming on literally everyone. But sometimes what happens is we cut our bangs and after a week we really regret cutting our bangs. So in this video I'm going to tell you the different kinds of bangs that there are and which one will probably not make you regret your decision after a week. Now first things first, I'm not here to tell you that this certain kind of bangs is going to look beautiful if you look a certain way and it's not going to look that great if you look another way. No, I'm not about that, because I feel that anything looks great on anybody as long as you personally feel beautiful in it. But what I am going to attempt to do is clear some of the misconceptions about cutting bangs in your hair. I'm going to keep it as concise as possible so that it's easier for you to grasp. However, if you want to jump to certain parts of the video, here are the timestamps. You can easily click on those timestamps that will also be mentioned in the description box down below to directly go to that part of the video. Okay, so all the views that I'm going to share in this video are my personal views that I have gained by reading lots of stuff. Trust me, I have done thorough research on this. I have read multiple sources over the past couple of weeks on this particular topic. I have literally read anything that was out there on the internet and I have formed my own personal view on it and left out what I did not feel is quite right. For example, a lot of articles say that you need a certain body type to look good in a certain kind of hairstyle. I do not agree with it. I embrace body positivity and I really feel that your body structure has nothing to do with what is going to look good on you or not. So I'm not going to deal with that. I have categorized bangs into 4 categories: eyebrow grazing bangs, universal bangs, mini bangs, and side swept bangs. Now, are these the only categories of bangs? Absolutely not. These are not exhaustive. There are many subcategories inside these categories and there are many other categories as well. However, I have chosen these 4 categories to talk about in this video because these are the most commonly seen bangs. So if you do a bit of research, you will see that most of the articles on the internet, books, videos talk about associating your hairstyle with your face shape. Like they say that if you have a round face, this certain kind of hairstyle is going to suit you. Now I'm going to tell you that it is not completely true. Because when we are talking about face shape, what usually we talk about is this area. That whether this area is oval, this area is square, this area is round, the basic structure of it. But just think carefully, alright? When you see a person, or for example when you see yourself in the mirror or in your selfie camera, what you see is from here to here and not just from here to here. So according to me, if you're talking about face shape and certain hairstyles suiting your particular kind of face, then you should take this whole area into account, by which I mean from your forehead to your chin and also your hairline, because the amount of hair you have in here has a lot to do with how symmetrical your whole face is going to look. So finally I have said what I really wanted to say: symmetry. So I'm going to use the logic of photography to explain it easily to you, okay? So if some of you are into photography, and even if you're not, when you are going to click a picture in your phone, you're going to see that there is this grid that comes in, and ideally people say that if the subject should be in the middle of the grid because it maintains the symmetry. Now whenever something is symmetrical, it gives a very balanced look and it usually makes things visually appealing. So the logic that hairstylists usually use, or that you might also considering using while cutting your bangs, is keeping things symmetrical. So basically your hairstyle has this amazing possibility to create symmetry in your face. So that is the basic concept. According to your facial bone structure and the amount of hair you have here, like your hairline structure, you're going to create the symmetry. So as I'm going to explain about the bangs, I'm also going to give you pictorial examples so that it's easier for you to relate. Coming to the first kind of bangs that I'm going to talk about, I call it the universal bangs. Now, what are the universal bangs? Some people also call universal bangs long bangs. Now, these are cheekbone grazing bangs. This is called universal because it looks good on everybody. It gives a slight change to your look. I have personally had long bangs most of my life. I think this is the safest way to go for if you do not know how to cut your hair. It is also great if you have a wider facial structure because it slightly contours your face. You can have it as long as you want to or up to here if you really want it. So it basically does a slight contouring and softens your face and literally looks great on anybody. Okay, coming to the second type of bangs in my category, the straight across or the eyebrow grazing bangs. Now these are the, I think, again a very common type of bangs where basically you cut your bangs grazing your eyebrows straight. Now this is the kind of bangs that is going to create a sense of symmetry in your face if you have a bit of a longer facial structure. No matter what your hairline shape is, whether it is big, small or medium. So basically if you have a short face or a more plump face, straight across bangs is not going to create a lot of sense of symmetry. If you have a long face with defined bone structure, straight across bangs look great. Again, a lot of things are dependent on how you actually style the bangs, which I'm going to round up after I have discussed about the other two bangs. So even if you cut a straight across bangs with a slightly longer facial shape with defined bone structure, but you do not know how to properly style it, it is probably not going to create the sense of symmetry that we are talking about. But try not to cut straight across bangs if you have if your face structure is quite small. Coming to mini bangs. So what are mini bangs? Mini bangs are something that ends right in the middle of here or can go as far as here. I do not have very wide forehead, so I cannot particularly demonstrate, but I'll put up pictures. So basically anything that ends half a way across above your eyebrows is called mini bangs. Now coming to symmetry, if this portion of your face is already quite long, doing mini bangs is not going to help you much because mini bangs are literally a very delicate addition to your face and it is something that is not very attention grabbing. So if this portion is already quite long, it is not going to balance out anything. So if you have very delicate bone structure and this portion is small, so to create that sense of symmetry, you can do mini bangs. I think it looks great. So what basically it gives a sense of is this small portion, it gives it a sense of elongation. It gives that visual illusion of this portion being elongated, while if it is already elongated, it does nothing for it. So delicate bone structures, small angular shaped facial structures should go for mini bangs. For example, think about Amelie. So how beautiful she looked with the mini bangs. So okay, coming to side swept bangs. Now side swept bangs are something which is again very universal, gives everyone a very soft look. It looks amazing, particularly creating that beautiful sense of symmetry if again your chin area is small. But to be honest, it gives a beautiful sense of symmetry to anybody, and it is again a safe way to go if you are looking for cutting bangs but not going all out with it. Side swept bangs are really amazing. Now these are the four basic categories of bangs. Then of course there are V-cut bangs, bangs in various geometrical shapes, and you can literally do anything that you wish to, but these are the basic kind of bangs that most of us usually know about, so I thought I should give you a bit of clarity on the same. Now coming to the misconceptions and especially the styling part, which I think is the most important part. First things first, now when we are talking about bangs, we usually keep in mind that the hair is straight or it is slightly wavy. We rarely talk about people who have naturally beautiful curly hair. I think particularly if you have a lot of volume in your hairline area with curly hair beauties, then creating bangs is going to create balance and is going to look even more beautiful. To be honest, the same rules apply even if you have curly hair. However, what usually happens is that you have a lot of volume in the hairline area. If you naturally have voluminous curly hair, then all you need to do is keep in mind that cut your bangs in a way, just sit in front of a mirror or ask someone to look at you and cut your bangs in a way so that it balances out the volume in the hair. So coming to the common misconceptions which are mostly to be associated with styling. So bangs are usually known to be quite high maintenance. I would like to differ, because they are not high maintenance if you know how to style them, or if you have got the kind of bangs that is actually going to create the sense of symmetry in the first place. So for example, if you have found the right kind of bangs for yourself, say for example if you want to cut straight across bangs, but you do not know if you're going to cut your bangs in a bit of wispy manner or in a more rounded manner. So it doesn't matter really, whatever you cut you can always style it. You can make it a bit more rounded to give it a more softer look. If you can create it a bit wispy so that it looks very textured, and that you have not that to give you that effortless look. So even after cutting your bangs, if you still regret it, what you can do is always style it different so that it looks different. And trust me, even after all of this, if you end up regretting cutting your bangs, remember that it is hair and it is always going to grow back. However, after listening to this whole video, if you're still scared to actually cut your hair, you can always create fake bangs in your hair. Yes, you can create fake bangs in your hair. I already have a video on it back in the year, I think from 2017, where I have shown you how to create fake bangs in your hair. You can like literally create long bangs, eyebrow grazing bangs, mini bangs, any length that you want really. You can experiment, and trust me, nobody is going to find out that those are fake bangs created with your own hair with very few tools, like literally with no fancy tools. And if you're someone who just wants to see before they actually take the plunge, you can always wear fake bangs and see how it suits your face. Wear a long bang one day, wear mini bangs one day, and see which one you really like. I have the link of that somewhere appearing here. I will also be having the link of that mentioned in the description box down below. So click on it and see how you can create fake bangs. Till then, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Comment down in the comment section below what kind of videos you want me to make next. Don't forget to hit the like button. I really hope that you like this video, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.